Hello and welcome to Internet Marketing for Dummies. This video will be very, very simple to understand. It's for those who do not want to listen to me talk for long periods of time and want something that will work immediately. And hence why I have made this video. A quick disclaimer. This is so simple that if you are a successful business person already, you may not appreciate my simple tone, but I would still recommend watching it, even if you are a successful business person or you already have a website that's earning money and you're good to go. Still check it out, as I do have some pretty cool ideas regarding monetization in services. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about what I prepared here for you. All right, this business model is similar to a lemonade stand, except it's on the internet. What I want you to do for step one, the first thing you do is you get a little piece of paper, a little notepad, and you write out a list of 50 services that you think you could do. And you can go to Fiverr, okay, fiverr.com, spelled like this with 2 R's, and look up other services that are on Fiverr, okay? Services as in a whole bunch of services that cost $5, okay? Some of them are there'll be a girl who's like, I'll write your name on a Post-it and post it on my head and take a picture of it for $5. So if you're interested in thinking up some type of service you can do very quickly like that, you can, bang out 5 of them an hour or something, then you could end up making a little extra money there, all right? The thing with this is it's pretty much guaranteed. It's very simple. There's really nothing to it. I mean, this video could be 10 minutes long. I'll make it a little longer though and explain for those who are, oh, Jamie, I already know that. Well, I have some pretty cool ways that you can actually monetize this and switch things around a little bit. Do some combo kicks. Remember the martial arts metaphor? Remember like how, I was making a comparison to internet marketing to martial arts? Well, I'll give you a combo kick right now, okay? You post your service that you are willing to do on Fiverr. You start to get clients, okay? Keep in touch with these clients. These people are going to continue to buy from you. Step 3, fulfill the service. Either write out the slogan or create the banner or do the post-it on the head or whatever it is. Sing a song for someone on tape. There's a lot of gigs like that. Or you can outsource it, okay? Remember, you don't have to always do things yourself. You could have a team of people who can fulfill, you could have 20 jobs on Fiverr, right? And you could have a team of people doing the work, okay? So remember, that's always an option too. So you're essentially creating your own production house, all right? And that's it. I don't want to make it more difficult or more complicated than it really is. I mean, I'm sure you'll have your questions for me as definitely attend the training webinar and tell me how your first gig went. But here's where I'll make the video a little longer for this reason. Okay, a lot of people think about how can I do something real simply, realistically and very simply. And they will indeed spend their whole day doing Fiverr gigs for $5 a gig, all right? Which isn't a heck of a lot of money, and it's going to be a lot of work. What about hiring people off of Fiverr for $5 and then having a website that gets conversions? You're on Google. You've sent your PPC traffic. You've advertised a little bit You might even have some type of affiliate program, like some type of CPA affiliate program, right? So you're doing your thing, you got your website business, right? Now, the thing is you've got 100 sales an hour for $5, and you're, or for more, I mean, you know, like somewhere above $5, because you're going to outsource at Fiverr for $5. Okay, so you could do $10, and you could have it automated. You could have someone who passes on the gigs, or like does all of this for you. So you could have a service. All that would be needed is you set up the services. Remember, this is with the 50 services, and then put the website together. And then when the orders come through, they could come through your Aweber. Have those, the Aweber notifications go to your partner, the partner who hires off of either Fiverr or Craigslist. And I'll give you an example, man. This is the dummy video, and it's actually I saw a Mixergy interview. I'm not going to mention the name of the guy, but it was the funniest thing because it was the most simplest business model. I mean, this guy was just, you know, sitting, and he made it, this interview was an hour and a half, and he made it sound like it was much more complicated than it was. But really all it was this model. The model was, people break their cell phones, they go online to look for a cell phone, to fix their cell phones, and they get his site. He advertises with PPC. It says, we will come out to your house and fix your phone. So the result is all these people buy it for $60, and when they order, it sends out a the person behind the scenes who's working for the guy, just one person, dispatches it to the area using Craigslist. You know, I mean, how simple is that, right? We'll post an ad in that area, wherever the person ordered from, and we'll post an ad in Craigslist to hire someone to fulfill the order for like $20. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure about the prices. That might seem a little low, but that was their model, was, you know, it's arbitrage. It's just, you know, here's the order, and then you fulfill it. So remember, these are the main words you have to remember: is service, fulfillment, outsource. Those are the words you have to remember. You figure out which service. You could write a whole list, and writing a list of products and services, and, you know, daydreaming. I mean, you gotta love it. You gotta love. I mean, when I was a kid, I used to love doing that. I don't know if it's just I'm a weirdo or what, but I mean, just think about all of the possibilities you could do with this. I mean, so, and I don't know. You can start. This is the real smart way to do it. The School of Hard Knocks way to do it. Start with real market research when it comes to your services. Go out and find, using Google Keyword Tool, find out what people are really looking for. Okay, and then once you find out what those people are looking for, use the right types of professional keywords. You know, I mean, consultant. Use those types of keywords that speak about the clientele. You know, they speak volumes on who that clientele is, and you want to get a qualified clientele, someone who has money, who's going to be a good customer, is not going to be an illegal downloader or a chronic habitual. I don't know. You know, so. Let's move on to dummy video 1. If I could just move out of the way so you can just remember this. One last thing, okay? I had already talked about this, but I had illustrated it here the best I could. But I just want to accentuate that people rely on Fiverr and Craigslist and Freelancer in these marketplaces. These are real marketplaces for hiring, okay? Because they don't have the site. So if you have the site, then that turns your experiences with these sites, rather someone depending on them for money, depending on them for outsourcing, depending on them for fulfillment. So it all depends. You can either fulfill or outsource. Those are two totally different things, right? Traffic is king. So if you really did want to amp up the idea behind this, I mean, that would be that model of the guy with the busted cell phones. I mean, this guy was $2 million a year, $2 million a year with this cell phone website. And he's not doing anything. I mean, it might sound like a lot, right? Oh, fixing cell phones all over the country, but come on, he might not have explained exactly how he's doing it, but I know that's how he's doing it. That would be the quickest way to do it, because Craigslist doesn't cost any money. You would just, and it's quick, it's fast. So you would be able to dispatch someone to any area within 2 hours, guaranteed. I mean, I have used Craigslist for all sorts of different types of purposes like that, fulfilling stuff over on the other side of the country many times over. I send out my licenses from somebody who I hired from Craigslist 5 years ago, and he's still mailing out my Beats 365 licenses. Once a month, I send him the Excel file of all the licenses, and he sends them all out. He does that, and he'll print out all of the licenses. He'll sign it. He's a representative of ours, and then that license is documented on my hard drive. $300. And what just to explain what I'm talking about, that license actually is, if someone purchases my music for $30, they're not allowed to do a lot of things with it. But if they purchase the $300 license, and that's where you might have wondered, where did I make all this money from in music, when I'm only getting $7, a sale after the affiliate percentage. I'm selling these licenses as an upsell, and people love it because the license allows them to do whatever they want with it. They could resell the beats and all that, just go crazy. And then, of course, if they ever blow up and become, the next, Lady Gaga or something, then I could say, oh, who's that? And they're using my beat, for instance, on MTV. I can look them up and make sure they have a license. If they didn't have a license, I contact them and say, hey, pay up. If they have a license, then it's like I can't do anything about it. So that's why the customers like that, and I suppose that's a service in itself as well. So, all right, so that was Dummy Video 1. I hope you liked it, and it's all about getting jobs. Freelancer, used to be Scriptlance. If you ever saw my DVD, Wealth in a Box, I talked about Scriptlance, about how you can either go there to hire people or you can go there to get a job. Getting a job there is might be a little frustrating for you. Maybe not, because I know if I went to Scriptlance and there was an English-speaking person, I'm all over that. The communication sometimes, in other countries, I mean, in the Philippines, for instance, great place to hire people. You say, what are your salary requirements? And a lot of the people in the Philippines, because of the exchange rate or whatnot, or because of other reasons, I'm not sure, but it's amazingly affordable. I mean, you say, what's your salary requirement? They say, $200 a month or something like that. All I'd recommend with that, and this ties into the same lesson, all I'd remember with that is that, it helps to learn Filipino, or in India. If you hire someone in India, you can learn a little bit of the language. All right, because you might think to yourself, these people are, what's wrong with these people? And a lot of the time it's just communication barrier. Remember, they went out of their way to learn, English. So you can, if you want to do good business, you want to have the people who work for you respect you, then you can try to learn their language. That's the best advice for that. All right, so I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Remember, this is the quickest way to make money online, and it's the shittiest way, honestly. I mean, I don't recommend doing this forever unless you know how to do it, unless you want to create a significant, I recommend doing significant businesses that run themselves. So if you wanted to go this route, I'm all for that. Heck, if you want to go this route too and start making some extra money on Fiverr right away, try it. Come up with a list of ideas, and you might really run with it. You might, find that you're making $100 a day with it. That would be 20 transactions though, so you'd be hustling. So or maybe not. Maybe the thing on the forehead thing works out for you. Maybe you're a really attractive woman and people are buying it like crazy. I don't know. So, but go on there, check it out. Go on Fiverr.com and check that out. And of course, Craigslist. I hope you've checked that out because we've talked about that a lot. And Freelancer is also great to hire people for coding, for apps, for programming. A lot of brainiac type folks there. Craigslist great for artists. Fiverr great for artists. You be the best judge. But that's the step 1, step 2, step 3 for this model. So I hope you like that.